Ayushi. How are you doing today?
Absolutely fine, ma'am. How are you?
I'm too good. Thank you for asking. So
Great.
today we will have an interview completely on Byju's pattern, okay, with all the scenario-based questions.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
So let me introduce myself first. My name is Roma Lohani and I am from interview preparation and training team. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So before starting, I want two things from you. Try to be honest with your answers and try to attempt every questions. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, fine. So introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Mrs. 𝐈𝐧𝐿. I am from Srinagar, Garhwal. It's a small town in the valley of hills of Uttarakhand. If I talk about my education qualifications, I am a graduate and a postgraduate in psychology from Delhi University and HNB Garhwal University. Both are central universities. I've also completed my Bachelor of Education from Humanities stream. And from past 3 years, I was serving in a missionary school. The name of the school is 𝐁𝐨𝐴𝐵 Convent School for the position of a counselor.
Okay, fine. So Ayushi, you just mentioned that you worked as a counselor. Okay.
Yes.
So you know Byju's is very hectic. Okay, they will just give you some parameters, just you have to complete that parameters in any cost. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so you can get any other comfortable job. So why you want to join Byju's?
Ma'am, see, as I was a fresher when I worked at 𝐶𝐸𝐴𝐵 Convent School, so hectic schedule is everywhere, ma'am. But once you love your job, my job was being a counselor, and my specialized degree is in counseling. So I think once you love your job, you can perform at any platform. The hecticness is not your schedule priority. Your priority is to deal with your several issues and provide resolution towards them.
Okay, fine, that's great. So what do you know about Byju's?
Ma'am, to be really frank, I don't know much about Byju's. I recently, while I was looking for the job vacancies of my profile, I went through child success specialist vacancy. And yesterday in the evening, I had an interview also with Miss Preeti, the HR of Byju's. So after having my interview, within 48 hours, she said she will be responding whether I'm selected for the interview process or not. So I just have knowledge about child success specialist job, where we have to perform several duties to mentor the kids and to provide solutions if they face any problem regarding the app. At the same time, if parents are also having certain issues, my work will be to resolve those issues and provide solution to the parents as well.
Okay. So what's the difference between teacher and a mentor?
Ma'am, teacher, and I think it's one of the same thing. Teacher also, firstly, the teacher that requires skills and to become a mentor. Mentor is the overall development of the word. Mentor can be anyone, a role model, which it can be your parents, it can be anyone through which they become your role model. It comes, your life automatically becomes challenging.
Okay, fine. So who is the co-founder of Byju's?
I'm sorry, ma'am, I have no idea about this.
Okay. Did you train any student before?
Not at Byju's, but while I was working at 𝐶𝐸𝐴𝐵 school, so I had a chance of training several students. I also had to take their personality classes and grooming classes. So yes, I did train at all since age group and all level students.
Okay. So any celebrity which inspires you the most?
Yes, ma'am. 𝐶𝐸𝐴𝐵 Maheshwari is my role model. And I am really highly inspired by 𝐶𝐸𝐴𝐵 Maheshwari because he has brought several changes, not only in my life, I think, but at everyone's life to a certain extent. So his teachings matters a lot to me.
Okay. Okay. So which one you will prefer, online mode or offline mode, and why?
Ma'am, see, offline, I would prefer offline mode more. Why? Because see, online, the thing is, if we talk face to face online, the proficiency of our knowledge, it's only compiled till online. But offline, if we provide sessions to other students or we organize workshop for the students, that is the motivation factors, which act as a motivation factors, and they're also satisfied to a certain level of extent. So I think offline mode is much better, according to my preference.
Okay, so you are saying like this, that you are just agree with that online classes. Okay.
Both the modes, but I would rather be preferred with offline mode since I was teaching at St. Teresa's Convent School offline, and it had tremendous effect on the students. Looking at the COVID scenario, when now the teachers are teaching online, so at senior level, it's absolutely fine because students are aware of online mode. But for youngsters like the students who are at KG level, it is very hard for them to cope up. I mean, 70% of the effort has been made by the parent side. So it depends according to the age level.
Okay. So what do you know about the work culture or work environment?
Ma'am, I think the work environment has to be really genuine and positive for any employee to work. And at a certain time, it has to be both from the employee side as well as from the employer side. See, if the employee is doing job role very adequately, very mannerly, the employee has good connection with the management, I think the job role automatically justifies, right? But at the same time, if the job role, if the environment is stressful, it is really hard for the employee to cope up at certain situations of life. So there has to be a balance between the job role and other moral duties of the client.
Okay. So what you are just seeing, what problems are faced by the students right now? Have you seen any problem which students are facing nowadays?
Ma'am, during post-COVID or before, like, or genuine problem which are faced by the
Genuine
student?
problem, genuine.
Well, genuine problem which are faced by the student first is peer pressure. That I'm talking about the adolescence age group. If I categorize the students into three parts, that is the primary level, the junior level, and the adolescence age group. The most common, which is commonly problems which are faced by the adolescence age group, is peer pressure and parental pressure. Peer pressure because they have friends pressure at certain extent of time, and parental pressure because parents want their ward to meet the demands. If the ward, everyone has a different IQ level, but what parents are expecting nowadays is they're comparing their ward with the society's ward, with their friends' ward. So students have pressure of both. First, to come to perform well during boards. Second, to meet the needs of the parents at the same time. So I think these two tasks are very commonly seen at every level of students.
Okay, fine. That's great. So now, Aishi, I'll be asking you some questions related to student success specialist. Okay. You have to think like you are a mentor in Byju's and the customer is calling you. Okay. Or you just called a customer, and I'll be giving you some scenarios, and we'll be checking how much you are in a convincing level. Okay.
Okay.
So suppose a parent who called you, okay, after 2 months, okay, or you called that parent after 2 months, okay, he is just rude towards you because he didn't receive any tablet, okay. So now he's just rude towards you. So now how you will handle this situation?
Ma'am, can you please clear the question as to the Byju's promise to give the tablet?
Yeah, obviously Byju's provide tablet to the students as they registered as a Byju. Okay. So
Okay.
suppose you are a mentor. Okay. Now you just have to call that parent and you just have to ask about the studies. Okay. That how Byju studies are going on. Okay. Now parent is very rude towards you and he's just saying, I didn't receive anything. Okay. I didn't receive any tablet. So how my child is going to study? How you will handle this situation?
Ma'am, see, since the reason from the parent side is really genuine, firstly, I would like to apologize to the parents. I would actively listen, being a counselor, I would actively listen to all the problem and issues faced by the parent, and I'll also note down at the same point of time. Since the mistake is from Byju's side, I would also make sure, I'll ask for certain level of time, and I would make sure I'll speak to the manager and I'll tell them who calm down the parents by telling that I'll speak to the manager and I'll make sure within 1 week your issue is resolved. Obviously, because the parent is not wrong. The parent is really genuine that after registering, we did not, it's been 2 months and we did not made an effort to give them the tablet. Firstly, I'll resolve that issue. Second, after I have given the assurance to the parents that within give me 1 week time, I speak to the manager and resolve their issues. Second, I'll ask them about their child success. Is their child using the app? Whether the child is facing any sort of problem while using the app? Then I'll take both the account into consideration. After that, I'll speak to the manager. I'll discuss the issues and I'll get back to the parents. So plus that will maintain the dignity as well and the method of trust that when he said the problem to me, again I reverted back. So I think that will again gain trust of the parents.
Okay, still I'm your customer, suppose. Okay, now I'm saying that, no, I don't trust Byju's anymore. Now I want my money back. I don't want to continue with the Byju's. Just refund my money. Now how
Okay,
you will?
no, see, I'll again refunding money means that means the parent must be serious issue faced by, is not the demands of the parent or of the ward is not being met. That is why the parents is having such issue. I'll ask the parents how many times has he reverted to Byju's and Byju's has not responded. So obviously, the parents will be showing certain mails or certain which effort which the parents had been put after registering to Byju's. Again, I will ask the parents. I'll make sure I'll try all my skills to convince the parents by saying that give me a little time, since this is the first time I'm having face-to-face interaction with the parents. Just not more than 1 week. Just give me 3 days time to resolve the issues. Once the issue is not resolved, I'll make sure that the whatever has the registered amount is given back to you. But once, just give me 3 days time to look after the matter, and then I'll revert it back to him. Because ma'am, see, the thing is, according to what psychology says, American Psychiatric Association says that everyone has an individual's level. Once hyperness also has certain level. If the demands are not met, it is genuine that the individual will be hyper to certain level of time extent. But once the demands are met, the matter of trust develops a lot. As we started the interview, you told me to be genuine. And since in a counselor job, the very first thing which matters is genuine. If I'm genuine towards my job role, if I'm genuine towards you, then only certain things will matter a lot for me also and for you also. So the trust has to be developed between the parents. And again, after speaking to my manager, having a positive argument with my manager, 3 days back, before 3 days, I'll make sure I revert it to the parents back so that there again trust is built. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Aishi, fine. So my next question to you is, suppose there is a student, okay, so only 5 days are left to that subscription is going to over now, okay, and you are just asking that parent to continue with the Byju's, and he is not going to just join again or renew his plan with the Byju's. So how you will convince that parent that he should go again with the Byju's?
See, ma'am, if the parent is not, if the parent is not wanting Byju's, that is, he's not convinced. So first I'll ask the various reasons and I'll take the follow-up as to what is the reason, what are the drawbacks which are faced by the ward and by the parents. At the same time, after speaking to the parents, I will also, by seeking parents' permission, I'll speak to the ward as well as to what are the several issues which are faced by the ward, or what were the drawbacks which are from Byju's side. If I see the similarity between the parents and the ward's answer, I think I'll try to convince the parents first. And if there is their indifference, suppose in first case there can be the ward does not want to study. Parents, because parents have learned from somewhere that Byju's app, it's really doing well, and other parents have also opted for Byju's. That is why parents have taken Byju's subscription. But what if the ward is not ready to learn? The
now
parents.
Suppose you are saying that, okay, Byju's, you just cleared me that Byju's is good and everything, okay, you just are explaining me about the features also, you did everything, but still I'm saying, no, my child is naughty, okay, you're that pre-sales person or that BDA person has just convinced me to buy the Byju's and I just purchased it, okay, just in your words, I go with your words and I just purchased it Byju's. Now I saw my child that he is not interested, he is not going to study online. Okay, so now how you will convince?
See, ma'am, during COVID times, everyone has to, it is the moral duty of the schools. Since schools are not open, teachers are also conducting online classes, right? Byju's, at this point of time, I think I would like to speak to the ward first as to what problem is faced by the ward. Because since online classes are going on, as it is, the ward will have to take online classes, right? Byju's also provides certain techniques where the ward is not able to perform tasks of the school teacher. So Byju's can provide several behavioral techniques and behavioral methods to the ward as well. And if the ward still is not satisfied with Byju's or still is not ready with the Byju's, I think then I'll go to the parents first. So let me my first preference will be to speak to the ward first as to what problem the ward is facing via Byju's and revert to that issue. Then after I speak to the ward is satisfied, because main motive is satisfaction of the ward, because parents are paying so much for the ward for their child. If the child is satisfied to a certain extent, and that also depends upon the level of child's brain activity, ma'am. If the child is from grade 1 to grade 3, I'll have to perform other technique. If the child is from grade 5 to grade 12, I think that age is very much understandable. it is very much common for me to make the word understand, because the age that the word is actually in that age to understand and adapt to certain things. While the word who is in grade 1 to grade 3, I think the word does not know anything. Right? Half of the work is done by the parents. So it's from my side, I have to speak to the parent and the ward both to clear certain doubts.
Okay, that's great, Aishi. So my next question to you is, suppose I'm your customer. Okay, I'm already continuing with the Byju's. Okay, now a few days have been passed and that Byju's tablet is not working properly. Okay, one key is not working properly. After few days, the whole tablet is not working properly. Okay, so now suddenly you just contacted with me. Okay, no one has contacted. It has been around 2 to 3 months. Okay, so now suddenly you have called me. Okay, now I am saying that no, I don't want to go with the Byju's now. Okay, you are just fooling us. Okay, you are just selling this type of product which is not working properly. How you will handle the situation?
See, ma'am, first of all, if we provide any sort of tablet to them, every gadget has 1 year warranty. Okay. If they face any sort of issue, even if you buy mobile from a mobile store, it has warranty of minimum 6 months or maximum 1 year. So if the parent is facing problem, I would tell the parent, you would have immediately, because since we have customer support executive, we have, you can contact us through various means. So you would have contacted us to the first extent so that we could you. Anyways, even if they're telling us after 2 to 3 months, since they have registered with us and we have provided tablet to them, if they are facing any sort of issue, since they have not reverted earlier, still if they are reverting, we'll get back to them and give them whatever measures can be done. If we could give them the other tablet, or we'll ask them to give us the tablet so that within the warranty time, we can get it repaired for them. But immediately canceling the subscription is not easy, right? It is not possible. If they see, whatever matter, even if the ward will go to school, the ward will face certain problems going to the school, but that does not mean the parents will go to the principal and tell the principal that we just want the TC of our ward. Problems are faced everywhere. So what we can do is we can provide the solution. If the tablet was not working at first instant, you would have come to us and we would have provided a solution. You are coming after 2 to 3 months still, because 1 year, 3 months, the parents reverted back to me, right? So again, I would tell the parent that it is not your issue will not get solved if you will just remove the subscription of Byju's. By giving the example of school's ward, if your ward is going to school and your ward is facing some sort of problem with the teachers, so that does not mean that the ward will go to the principal and just take out the TC, right? This will not provide immediate solution to any of the problem. The thing is, first, it was the issue faced by the parent side. After 2 to 3 months, the parents is reverting. Anyways, not considering that issue as well, again, I'll tell the parent to calm down. And since the tablet will be in 1 year warranty period, if I speak to the manager, if we could provide that problem, that we could resolve that problem through that extent. After speaking to the manager, again, I'll get back to the Byju's parent and I'll tell them that we have the problem, we can resolve your issue. We'll take the tablet back and within 1 week time, within a particular time, we'll give them a new one, or we can replace that.
Ayushi, tell me one thing. If I'm saying you to just refund my money, so
okay,
will you do that?
Ma'am, at first instance, I would not do that. See, I would also listen to the parents' need first. Once had it been the case that after 3-4 times they've spoken to some child success specialist, and after that they are having issue, I would take into consideration. But at first extent, I would not do that. Instead, I would ask the problem. What are the problem which is faced by them, so that I can provide a solution. And at the same time, I'll also be empathetic towards them, so that parents should not feel neglected. That once Byju's, see, we being at the parent side, if we buy some product from any of the market, right? If I'll come to their level, being empathetic towards them, you buy any product from the market and that product is not good, what we do is we automatically have that negative impression towards that buyer. We go to the buyer and we tell the buyer. Similarly, the same thing, I think the same problem will be faced by the parents. So I'll be genuine towards them and I'll ask them what are the issues which are faced by them, commonly faced issues. And again, if there are, since Byju's, the HR told me that 60 calls we had to take in a day. So not all the parents will have problem. I'm sure 40% of the parents will have problems. At the same time, if the problems are common between all the parents, I would again speak to the manager that all the parents, 90% of the parents are having this sort of problem. So what if you provide an immediate solution to them, or we plan certain strategy so that parents who are having certain problems, they provide solution to that problem.
Aishi, what are your salary expectations from Byju's?
Ma'am, at least since I'm aware of Baidu's package, so now I know the salary, but my expectation was more than 50,000.
Okay, fine. So there is a bond of 5 years. Are you willing to sign that?
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Okay. So what motivates you for this job now?
Ma'am, I think why am I best suitable for this job is the characteristics and the leadership qualities which are required for a counselor. The same qualities are required to be a child success specialist. As the name itself implies, child success specialist. That means my job role would be to look after child success. And if the child is having any issues, in overcoming that, my major role will be to resolve those issues. By being a counselor from past 3 years, I was doing my job role. My job role was in child success and parent success as well. So I was performing two roles at the same time to satisfy the needs of the ward of the student, at the same time to also satisfy the need of the parents. So I think all the skills which I have of being a counselor and guiding and providing immediate solution to the parents and students, the same skills I can apply at Byju's at child success specialist job.
Okay, that's great, Aishi. So tell me, why should I hire you?
Ma'am, you know what? Resume is just a piece of paper. But what I have learned through 3 years of experience, I think that matters a lot. And what I have learned is, if you are empathetic or if you are genuine with your profession, whatever skills you are required, I think every employer, the demand for every employer needed just to if the employer is hiring any employee, whether the employee is able to satisfy the desire, the need of the employer. So I think I am best suitable for my job role, and why Byju should hire me, because since I have 3 years of experience and I need a platform where I can get ample opportunity to showcase my talent. And Byju's is a platform for me where I have that opportunity. If I get an opportunity, I'll surely show my talent.
Okay. So what are the things you haven't mentioned in your resume? Is there anything?
No, ma'am. I have mentioned everything in my resume. Even my past experience of St. Teresa's Convent School, I've mentioned everything. I've also updated my resume. And then I have sent it to.
Okay. What are your backup plans if you will be getting rejected today?
Ma'am, I'll apply at certain, since my profession is counseling, so I'll go with that profession only. So I'll apply, since earlier I was at Srinagar. I have worked there for 3 years and I'm shifted to Dehradun. So I am looking for job opportunities at Dehradun. If I'm not selected at Byju's, I'll have certain job openings regarding my job role of being a counselor, and I apply there as well.
Okay. So are you willing to relocate?
Till now, I was not willing to relocate, but yes, I have discussed it with my parents. So yes, I am willing to relocate now.
Okay, that's great, Aishi. Aishi, the interview have been completed here. Okay.